Amen. And thou said, I will give them flesh, that they may eat a whole month. Here is Moses doubting God again. God said, I'm going to give you what they asked for. Moses says, how am I going to give it to them? He asked the wrong question.
Yes.
Instead of asking, how am I going to do this, Lord? We ought to ask, Lord, you can do all things. Amen.
That's right.
Nothing, what is impossible with man is not impossible with God. Amen. So he looks at him, he said, shall the flocks and the herds be slain for them to suffice them? In other words, he said, are we going to go out and kill the animals that we have? Amen. To suffice, to supply them a whole month? Are we going to go make bacon out of the pigs and steaks out of the cows? So here's Moses trying to explain and reason this. He said, or shall the flesh of the sea be gathered together for them to suffice them? He said, or are we going to go out to the sea? They were by the way, they were in the desert, or in a wilderness, which was a desert. Amen. He said, are you going to take us to the sea that we're going to fish and gather so many? If that's what God's will would be, that's what it would happen. Amen. But he said, but in other words, he's really kind of mocking God right here. It seems to me like. He said, oh God, are we going to kill everything we have to do what you say you're going to do? No? Condescending kind of voice saying, oh God, are you going to supply that many fish? Are we going to go fishing and you're going to supply that much food for everybody? Huh? He did it in the New Testament, but he wasn't going to do that for me. He said, the Lord said unto Moses, is the Lord's hand waxed short? Thou shalt see nowhere in my word, or wait a minute, thou shalt see now whether my word shall come to pass unto thee or not. And Moses went out and told the people the words of the Lord, and gathered the 70 men of the elders. Wonder how convincing he was when he told the people. I kind of have a feeling right now that he wasn't very convincing when he went to tell. Oh, you're going to get your flesh. And God said, you want flesh, you're going to get it. Can you imagine? I don't know how it's going to happen. Huh? Has it? Come on. Oh, you can get saved from that. You can be freed from that addiction, but I don't know how you're going to get freed from it.
Come on.
Huh? Oh, I know your past, and I know God can take care of it, but I don't know how you're going to get over that.
That's true. Come on.
Amen. After this morning, I didn't expect too many amens after the sermon I'm going to preach tonight. Even though Kim tried. Amen. I know everybody was tired this morning. I know. Don't worry about that. Amen. I still preach. But you know what I'm saying? What if I stood up here as a pastor and said, oh, this church will never grow? Amen. God says it will, but you know, just because of this, because of what happened before, or because of this person,
oh yes,
because of this person that sits in the pew, it'll never grow. How convincing was Moses? You're going to get your flesh, but I don't know how. Church, are you dependent upon God? That when you go to somebody, you said, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know God is going to make a way. Amen. Moses wasn't too convincing, I don't believe. Even though he went and talked to God, and God said, is my hand waxed short? In other words, he said, do you think that I'm limited in my power? You've seen me split the waters. Come on, church, he split the waters of the Red Sea. He held them back. God's hands held back the waters, and they walked over on dry land. And now here Moses and the people are griping and complaining. We've seen miracles in this house. We've seen people saved in this church. Amen. We've seen God change lives in this church. Amen. We've seen cars. Amen. We've seen cars drive when they should have wrecked. Amen. We've seen pastors fall asleep at the wheel and wake up. Amen. Right at the right moment that he did not wreck church. My God can still move. My God still moving, not for today. loaves and 2 fishes or whatever it was, 3 and 2, whatever it was. Amen. When he laid hands upon it and blessed it.
Yes,
His hand did not wax short, did it? Amen. It fed all thousands and thousands of those people, and they had 12 baskets to carry. Amen. Listen, my God is a God of abundance. My God is a God of increase. My God's hand does not wax short. Amen. His hand is mighty. His hand is strong. His hand is powerful today. Amen. The problem is we make his hand too short.
Yes, we do.
We shorten his strength. Amen. We listen. Y'all seen Superman? What was his? Was it kryptonite that took his power away? You know what takes this kryptonite doesn't have anything, any control or anything over my Jesus Christ. You know what does? What gives him strength? Amen. Is your faith in him.
Right.
That's what gives my God strength in you. It's his faith. Amen. So Moses went to the people. He said, all right, you asked for it. God said he's going to give it to you. I don't know how. Matter of fact, he said you're going to get so much meat you're going to get sick of it, but I don't know how. Jonathan, he didn't have the belief. He just had, listen. He didn't have the belief, but he had the word. God told him the word. He went and gave the word. He may not have had the belief. Amen. But he did spread the word. And it said, and the Lord said unto Moses, or in 24, it said, and Moses went out and told the people of the words of the Lord, and gathered the 70 men and elders of the people, and set them round about the tabernacle. And the Lord came down in a cloud, and spake unto him, and took of the Spirit that was upon him, and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came, listen, God had imparted Moses with so much spiritual power, amen, but he was not using, amen, his capabilities, amen. So what did the Lord do? He took 70 men, amen, imparted out of Moses wisdom, amen, that God had already imparted into Moses. He took it out of Moses and imparted it into 70 other men, amen. He took wisdom out of Moses, amen. Listen, we can get tired and weary in well-doing, amen. We can get tired in the flesh. We can get weary in the flesh, amen. We can even get fleshly, amen. And it takes us and it tears us apart, amen. And it runs us down. But listen, I'm glad today that the Lord, amen, can impute power into us if we just turn to him, amen. If we just turn to the Lord, amen, and ask him, Lord, use me, fill me, amen. Give me what I need. If it's manna that I need, give me manna. And we don't complain about getting it either, amen.
Amen.
And Moses, and he gathered the men, said the Spirit come down. Amen. So now he had 70 people helping him. But Moses was still over those 70. But each one of them had a certain amount, a certain tribe and all these things that they went out to do. But one day something happened. Amen. Something happened. All of a sudden one day there's come a sound from the heavens. People, what in the world is that? Probably thought a tornado or something, or a sandstorm was coming. The skies got dark. Amen. The sun was hid from something that was happening. And they looked, and only about 2 feet off the ground come thousands and thousands and thousands of quail. They didn't even have to reach up.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All they had to do is reach out. Oh my God. They didn't have to reach out. All they had to do is reach out. Amen. A lot of people today have a problem reaching up. Guess what? You don't have to reach up. Just reach out. Amen. God is right there. God will supply your needs. Amen. God will supply everything you need. Those quails came flying through there. Amen. And they started gathering quails and gathering quails. Amen. They never stopped. They had enough. Amen. That for a month they ate quail. Amen. And I think what it had to,